Recording in progress.
This is the new spot over here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
Yeah,
That's
man.
fire.
What are you saying, CRIBAZZ?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. You know me, just working away, just thinking of what next moves I need to take, who I need to get on, who I need to be in contact with. Always just planning.
Yeah, man. Listen, bro. I got you. You know, you recently came onto my radar. You know what I'm saying? From when I seen the date that you had with Moula first.
Yeah, man. The first one, he was the first one, and that shit went great, man. That shit was big.
Yeah, and like
It was good.
even before that, I guess, you know, you've been doing your thing for a while. Like that's obviously not the first place that you're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I won my first E-date. There was a streamer, his name was Snaggy Mo. I did an E-date back in 2020. And then, after that, Aidan Ross, he's a big streamer. He was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And after I trolled this thing on Snaggy Mo stream, I wait like 30 minutes later, I'm just chilling on my phone. I get a notification saying Aidan Ross is following you. I said, what the fuck, is this real? So I clicked the noti and I get a DM from him. He's like, hey man, like, yo, I'm hosting my first ever ED yesterday. I was watching you on Snaggy Mo shit. I think you're funny.
Right.
He's like, I'd like you to come on. So I said, fuck. Fam, when I tell you the first time I went on this guy's E-date, fam, there's like 60,000 people watching. My heart was pounding. I had a mic, like a headset in, like I had my headphones. The guy was telling me kind of what to say because I was so nervous, fam.
Well, you almost froze?
Nah, I was so nervous the first like 2-3 times. I was a little cringy, but the guy Aiden saw something in me.
Right.
Like the chat at first hated me. They thought I was just like some cringy kid. But after like a couple of times, he just knew I got the nerves off, and Megan Fox, her niece, came on.
Wow.
Yeah, fam. And I trolled her, bro. Like I was just myself. And fam, after that, I blew up. Like I was going viral, fam. I was trending on Twitter. I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy, fam. I got a 4K DLSR camera running right now that's picking me up.
That's fire.
Even though, like, I don't know why on Zoom, I'm like, feel like I'm freezing but there's an extra camera that's filming me on the outside and filming this whole scene that I'm going to be clipping in on the edits. You know what I'm saying? Just to give people a little bit of behind the scenes. Okay. So you got you started streaming, and then early in the game, you started dealing with Aidan Ross. You just said you had Megan Fox's daughter on there?
Niece.
Yes. Okay. Let me find out a couple things before we go into a little history. The trolling. Okay. I know you do the trolling, but I think from what I'm seeing, that's a thing on Twitch.
It's a big thing. I kind of started there's been trolls like throughout the shit, but like a lot of mans first when they started doing E-dates, because E-date started back in really 2020. I was really basically on like the first ever E-date, like literally to touch Twitch.
Okay.
And a lot of mans were just really trying hard, and I just kind of just came in there because I wanted to be different. Because like to stand out, you got to be different, man. Like all these guys are just trying to raise up the girl. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna troll her. I'm gonna do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
So I did some stupid shit. I stood out of the crowd. I kind of started like trolling her in my language, Arabic language and shit. And yeah, I just stood out, man. And that's the next thing you know, I got a DM from Aidan, fam, saying, yo, come on, my stream. So shit was, yeah.
So they seen something like that right away. Like, yo, that shit could work. Because like they weren't doing it, or were they already doing it too? Because like I said, I'm looking from the outside. You know what I'm saying? So like, was Aidan and those guys do the trolling thing, or like you saying that's unique more to you?
Yeah, Aidan was a big troll fan back in like 2K. He used to like kind of act fruity towards mans.
I know that. I know he does that. That's his troll. He fucking always says gay stuff to people, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, fam. Like I just kind of just stood in the box. There's no like a Arab like troll kind of. So I kind of just stood out, and they kind of picked me up.
That's sick. Okay, so how does it feel like to start, because you started getting into the E-dates with the Toronto guys more recently, right? So like immediately I feel like you started popping up on the radar. Like Toronto mans are like, yo, CRIBAZZ, right? So how does that feel, first of all? Like, because now you're becoming a little bit of a Toronto celeb, fam.
Fam, I can't lie. I always ring the back of my head like, fam, I want to be someone in Toronto, bro. Like, I want Toronto behind my back. I'm from the city, like, because my streaming, I'm catering more to Americans back when Aidan was first streaming, but Aidan has a lot of Canadians. And what really made me start this Toronto series is I remember one time I was watching Aidan stream and he said, where are you guys from in the world, right? Like, where are you guys from? Everyone was like, half of the people were spamming Canada and Toronto. So I'm like, what the? Like, there's a lot of Toronto mans that are really tapping into this guy.
Yeah.
Because I before I even did this but when I was doing E-dates back in like 2020, I used to do public interviews at Dundas Square, and mans really came up to me and kind of noticed me from Aidan shit.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Toronto mans that are really like tapping into the Twitch scene, like watching Aidan and shit. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I might as well start something. Cause I'm like, I don't see no mans in Toronto streaming. I've put several Toronto posts up. I can't find like mans that are actually streaming on Twitch. So I decided to, like, you know what? I think this is my lane. I've been doing this shit. Let me take over. Let me put Toronto on the map. Let there be a big Toronto streamer. We're missing a Toronto streamer.
Yeah.
So I want to take that role. I want to take that part and, become that guy.
So even and that's dope. Like, before that, you just mentioned while like you're explaining like this come up here, the Dundas Square interviews and stuff like that. Can you go into that a little bit more? What was that about?
Like before I saw like Gideon and shit, like doing pranks and shit, and then as I was scrolling through my For You page, like let me start a TikTok.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I met this one guy from Toronto. He's like a content creator. My man's put me on. So we linked up. We did it. First one was a hit. We did interviews, bare interviews. Then we started doing pranks. And yeah, kind of. Then I did interviews at my school and shit. And then I kind of just stopped. And now I'm kind of really just focusing on Twitch now and trying to build my Twitch platform. Like, I have a plug TikTok page right now that's posting my clips, and they're all hitting 10K plus views.
Nice.
So they're doing good.
Nice. And you got yourself a little team going on right now too. Like, from when I did the interview with you, I got to speak to a couple other of your colleagues and stuff like that. And that was impressive to me that you had people who are like, yo, we're part of the team already. Right. So how did that come to be that you guys developed a team, or the homies from back in the days and shit?
Yeah, it was so there's these guys that used to start a Toronto Discord server, and I was always in it. And then I'm like, you know what? Like, I thought to myself before I started the series, I'm like, okay, it's hard doing it myself. So I was just going through Discord, and the server popped up. I really wasn't ever active in it.
Right.
Like, oh shit, it's the Toronto server. Like, these guys, some of these guys, there's media pages in there, and shit. Like, oh shit, let me holler at them. I want to start this idea because they watch me stream, so they wanted me to help them promo and shit. So I'm like, okay, let me shoot this idea to them.
Right.
So I shot the idea to them. They were fucking with it. They're like, yeah, listen, we'll help you with like, costs or whatever you need. Just, help us with the server. Like, we can work together. Like, you know what, fam? Yeah, this is a great idea. So now I host their, E-dates. I host the E-dates in that server there. And, they help with clipping up all the funny parts and sending them out to my editors. And, they're playing a big role in, what I'm saying, my series right now.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And, you mentioned being an Arabic kid, right? What?
Yeah, like, I'm Moroccan.
Okay.
I'm North African, but I just I speak like Arabic is just easier for people, so I just say I'm Arab. But I'm really from North Africa.
And you guys, and in Morocco, they speak French too, no?
Yeah, French, and we speak our own language called Darija. It's like Arabic, but with a little twist to it.
Nice. Were you born in Morocco, or were you born over here in Toronto?
Nah, both my parents were born. I was born in Toronto.
Okay, so you're like, I guess that would be your first or second generation or whatever. I don't know how the generations work, bro. Right, but
something like that.
So then, okay, I asked that to ask, when you have immigrant parents and you're in your room, headset on, they're probably like, "Go get a job."
Yeah. Yeah, I can't lie. At first they didn't support it at all. Um, and I saw my dad one day because I was streaming, right? And I qualified for partnership on Twitch to get verified.
Mm,
And I didn't have a PC or a setup at the time. I was streaming off my console, literally playing 2K off my console with a face cam.
right.
So I sat my dad down, like, yo, listen, dad, I need you to believe in me. Like I showed him, like, I'm working with Aidan Ross right now, the biggest streamer on Twitch. I just qualified for partnership. Can you help me invest in a setup? He's like, you know what, son? I trust in you. The next day he took me. He bought me a setup. I started streaming on my setup, and then the money started coming in
Nice.
from Twitch. And then my parents said, oh, maybe my son's really doing something. He could do something with this. And so my parents, yeah, they support it. My grandparents are so old, so they don't support it at all. But they're like 86, so like, they're all into school. They're not tapped into social media. We don't have phones.
Yeah.
But yeah, but my parents, yeah, they've seen like the articles that they wrote these two like pages wrote about me with this Are You Sturdy stuff. So they're
Mm.
yeah. See.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
dope, man. Like you've been written about already.
Yeah, yeah, from events magazines and some other website, I think. Yeah, too.
That's sick, bro. So you've been making a lot of moves in a short space of time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
also that you're playing 2K, so you're a gamer.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because 2K fam, 2K really got me into streaming, bro. Like, I before I did the E dates, I used to stream 2K since I was a kid, fam.
Mm-hmm.
And the PS5 dropped about 3 years ago, right?
Okay.
And I was a 2K head. I was the biggest 2K head. And so the PS5 dropped, and none of my friends that I played 2K with had it. I was the only one that had the P5. I got on the release day.
Right.
Um, and so I'm like, I had no one to play with. Like, what am I gonna do? So I saw that there's this thing. It's called the comp stage. It's in 2K,
Okay.
and basically, it's like where all the best players go. They compete for like virtual currency, like the VC. It's like best players in the world, and they. So I'm like, I want to get into that. So I DM'd like all of them, like literally all of them. I copy and paste a paragraph. I sent to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I woke up and they were clowning me, like basically like bullying me online, talking about, oh, who is this random kid like coming up to us, asking us for like playing with us. This kid's a random. Like I had like 13 followers. Like I was just a random.
Right.
And so these guys were just clowning me, bro. Like I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like I'm pissed, right? Like I was just like cheesed. Like why am I getting clowned? And so I remember one day, verified like a professional 2K player. He messaged me and he was like, "Yo, don't worry. I see what you're trying to do. Maybe you should have approached it a different way. But if you ever need a run, like hit me up."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh wow, it's a real one." And I remember to this day, fam, it said some guy replied to. He's like, "You guys might regret it if he blows up, right? Guys might regret it if he blows up."
Right.
2 months later, I'm on Aidan Ross's E-Date streams. All of the guys that were clowning me started hitting me up. I swear to God, fam. What goes around comes around, man. So I was like, fam, I spoke into existence. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna show these guys what they missed out on, and it happened, man. And now I'm respected in the community because you know what I did.
That's dope, man. That
Mm.
shows that like sometimes you can't underestimate the underdog, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we talk hip hop quick fast too, man?
Mm-hmm.
Doing the Toronto e-dates, and I'm looking up something right now quick fast. I'm trying to find a Vlad tweet that we're gonna talk about in a minute. But who's like your entry into hip hop? Who's the first rapper you listened to?
Like Toronto wise or just in general?
Just in general. Just to get
I
a feel
think
of
the
where you're
first
at in hip hop.
man, I think the first my Dukes are old school. They put me on to like Run DMC
Wow.
back in like the 90s, fam. Like I was listening to like Lupe Fiasco, um, a bunch of like old like 90s, 80s rappers. But the first like kind of this generation type rapper, I think it was Lil Baby. It
Okay.
was the first one I heard about.
Okay. Yeah,
back
because you
then.
know you're a young man, right? You're probably like 21 right now, right? You're super young.
Fam, I'm young, bro. I'm 17, man.
Wow. See,
Yeah, bro.
I try to aim a little bit higher, but so as a young, no, this is great, fam, because like this is information for the audience, bro. Because you know your Dukes put you on to Run DMC, but then you know for your choice is like Lil Baby.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think now when you hear like what your Dukes is listening to? Does that sound like whack shit to you? And and it's okay if that's yes. I won't feel insulted, fam.
No, I'm not gonna lie, fam. I low key fuck with like old school rap. Like just like the lyrics wise, like the culture, like the beats. Like there was like there. I feel like back in the day, like there was meaning to
Mm-hmm.
music. Like there was a story. There was and like I forget who it was, but they used to. I remember my that's when the album covers used to say all praise to Allah. Like there was very like
Mm.
back then it was like very cultured. I feel like now it's just about like a bunch of bullshit like drugs and killing and shit. Like there's not a lot of message to it anymore, man. And the younger generation is kind of feeding into that, and they're looking up to these rappers and they start trapping and shit. But I don't mind the music in this generation. Like I fuck with it. Like I like the beats. Like I fuck with it. But like if I were to like I always wish I grew up in the 90s low key. Like I feel like it was
Mm.
mad lit back then, man. Going to high school in the 90s.
That's
But
crazy because like I always wonder like do you guys, you know, and maybe you might be different than the rest of your peers, right? Do you
mhm.
enjoy the music that you're hearing? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, and I don't like to say it, but there's not as much substance obviously, right? But like is that
Mhm.
something that you're cool with? You obviously said no, but like what about some of your peers? Are they more like, yo, I wish the music wasn't cranked out so quick. I wish all of these guys didn't sound the same. Like, does that happen to you guys? Or you guys are like, nah, man, this shit sounds, everybody sounds different.
Yeah, man say everything's all different. Like every time if I play old school jam, like turn this garbage off. Like we're not into like that old school.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
So when
It's
you're
just like
hearing different auto tunes, not to interrupt you, but I want you to continue to answer that question. When you're hearing the different auto tune stuff, are you able to tell the difference between every different rapper?
sometimes yeah, but sometimes I can't actually. Like sometimes
Really?
I actually get rappers mixed up. Sometimes I really do. Um but majority of the time I can't tell the difference, but it's like sometimes I can't tell the difference.
And getting back to your friends who are saying like turn that old school shit off, are they like, no, this is what's fire? Like what are they saying is fire?
Yeah, they be like, oh, little baby, Gunna, like talking about, Cardi, Uzi, talking about
Geek.
that's fire,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Yeah. So that no. I'm and don't get me wrong. I fuck with all of those artists that you just listed right there.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the difference between every single one of them. Like Playboy Cardi does the baby voice thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uzi is actually very lyrical for a lot of people who don't really realize. Like that boy be spitting. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he jumps on
Mm-hmm.
a feature with somebody. Like he actually bodies a lot of features. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like not all the old school cats really appreciate some of the young stuff some of the stuff that you younger guys are listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that there's a divide between the old school guys and the younger guys like yourself?
100%. Definitely like a
What do you see
definitely
as the
like
divide?
you talking about like music wise,
Just music wise, culture wise. Like, do you think that we respect you guys enough, bro?
like the older generation respecting the younger generation.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think like the older guys. I feel like I don't think they respect it. Like my parents always tell me like when I play like Uzi or something like, oh, that's garbage, that's trash. He's just bluffing, he's just mumbling. I don't even understand what he's saying.
Hmm.
Especially if I play Cardi, my parents hate that, man. Like he's just squeaking, but yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. I know because, and the reason I say that's crazy because I don't really get to hear, or I don't really get, I guess, ask how you all feel about that shit, man. Because I know when I was younger, my mom's telling me like, yo, that NWA stuff, that's not rap. You know what I'm saying? Or that's not music. How are they talking on the beats and you're saying that that's music? and I used to be like, y'all don't understand me. You know what I'm saying? So do y'all take it like as a diss? And not just from I'm not talking about the parents, but like some of these older heads that might be on the internet and shit like that. Like, yo, you guys need to stop dissing this music. This is actually really fire, bro.
So you're saying like how the older heads are? You said.
Like,
Do you think they take it as this?
Do you guys take it as a diss when like the older heads are going at you all about the music?
Nah, like I feel like they grew up in a different time. We grew up in a different time, so their music is different than what we listen to. So I don't really take it as a diss for I feel like just how we grew up.
And not just the music, the style too. Like older heads will do a thing, and like I've been guilty of it once upon a time, but like I quickly evolved out of it, especially doing this, right? Where we're like, look at these motherfuckers with their tight fucking jeans and fucking colored dreads and shit like that. Y'all looking at like when y'all hear that shit, are y'all like, shut the fuck up, old head? Or are y'all like, you don't care?
Yeah. So it depends what they say. Yeah, sometimes like it'll cheese me, like but sometimes it won't. Like sometimes like my grandma sometimes she'll drive me to high school and she'll see like mans with smoking on the side, man's low riding, man's got different colored dreads, man's like how to see their underwears and shit. My mom was like, well, "What school do you go to?"
They're looking out the window like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, the first day of school, my mom was like mesmerized, bro. She was like, "What the hell is this?"
I'm fucking dying. You know what's crazy, fam? You're explaining that, and I had to deal with the same shit. Pull up your pants. Why are you guys are spray painting on your clothes? What is this? What's going on with your hair? I heard the same shit, fam. Don't even worry about it.
It's crazy because my mom, like my grandma, well, my dad's mom, which is my grandma, he told me like back in the day they used to be chill because my uncle used to be an artist. He was an artist actually. He went on tour Public Enemy.
Okay.
And so like they were traveling around the world and stuff like that. And my dukes are kind of like chill about it. They really didn't care much about it. But now when they got older, my grandparents, now they're like more overprotective and stuff. But back then my dad told me they wasn't as protective, like they used to do shit. But yeah.
I guess the culture has changed too. Shit is moving faster. But even with Toronto, like who you fucking with from here? And let's start with from before, back in the days when you first started getting into music. Who were the first Toronto artists that you were like, yo, I think this guy's shit is fire?
Pressa. When I first started getting into it, I was listening to a lot of Pressa. I also got. I think Moji was like, I still slap it down on your bitch booty. I used to listen bump him, fam.
His fucking dance.
Yeah. And yeah, like I used to listen to a lot of the 3M. Yeah, I kind of got into there, especially with Press. I first started listening to Press heavy before I got introduced to a lot of to the Toronto culture music.
So now, like, to get out of interview stuff and stay on this Toronto stuff, who do you think got it now? Like, who's CRIBAZZ top 5 Toronto rappers? Let's do that. Let's shake up the internet with that one right there.
I'm not gonna lie. Recently, like everyone's been bumping it. I've been fucking with Doovie, man. Like I swear to God, everyone is booming this guy's music every day at school. Half of the school's bumping Doovie, bro.
It's off the top, man. Like every other track,
bro. Doovie been going crazy, man. Doovie, Pressa, 3M. I fuck with heavy. Who else? Tory Lanez. Fucking love Tory Lanez.
Can't put Tory Lanez in there. I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Okay.
He's already gone.
What's it called? Okay. I fuck with YG.
Okay.
Number 5. Who else?
You didn't mention Michael.
Moula's fire, bro. Day 4 was fire.
I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
Moula's
no,
dropping fucking
this is
every.
your choices. I'm just throwing some names at you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't mentioned
Yeah, but
five
like these are
neither.
like the guys I really like just grew up with and I've just been listening to ever since, man.
Hmm.
Um, and I've been really just tapping in with them. I'd put yeah, I'd probably put Moula on the top 5 too. I've been bumping Moula lately in the Toronto Discord too. A lot of man's been bumping Moula.
Hmm. So who do we have here? We got Doovie, Pressa, 3M French. What's the other name that you mentioned before?
YG.
YG and Moula first. You happy with that list right there? We're gonna close. We could put a stamp on that list right there. The CRIBAZZ top 5 right now, not in all time, but right now.
Right now, yeah. You can put that. You can stamp that as a top 5.
All right, I'm gonna stamp it. Stamped. You know what I'm saying? Official on We Love Hip Hop podcast. You know what I'm saying? Well, who do you think got next out of those 5 or just period? Like maybe it might not even be out of those 5.
Like who I think is gonna make it out?
Yeah. Like Tory, you mentioned Tory, and I didn't let you get away with that because Tory made it out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's in the States all the time.
I have 2. I say Doovie and Pressa.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And Doovie literally went trending without even having an Instagram. So
yeah,
the guy's he's definitely putting in work.
Yeah, definitely. Salute to Doovie and salute to Pressa, man. What do you think about the clubhouses, bro? There was a recent one that was pretty dope with you know, both of our past guests, Chromas, as well as Moula the First, right?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, fucking the clubhouse shit is fire, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, every week getting Moula, Toronto Tuesdays and stuff, getting just artists being able to come talk about the city, what's going on, you know, news. I really fuck with it heavy, man. Like, you know, there's something I enjoy watching too, especially Moula, man. Moula's a funny guy, bro. And Moula, I was thinking, this guy is a funny guy, bro.
Yeah, he's actually very entertaining. Funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very entertaining, man. So, yeah, like I fuck with it heavy. I fuck with Toronto Tuesdays heavy. I love how it's just kind of bringing the culture together and everyone gets to speak their piece and say what they gotta say.
Yeah. You know? No, for real, man. Salute to Keeps It Solid too, man, for putting that together. What I was also gonna ask about with the whole Toronto scene, right? Do you think that the beef stuff, or no, actually, no, let me put that question to the side. You like there's the academics, he does the Twitch, right? Or he did the Twitch a couple of times, right? Are you looking to do something similar with that, of having like a whole bunch of Toronto rappers on a Twitch?
Yeah, I want to bring it like that. I don't want to do what academics did and bring a bunch of ops in one call. You know, but you know, I definitely wanna start this Are You Serious shit. I was thinking of something called like Toronto Talks or something, bringing in like a podcast of, you know, a couple rappers, a producer, a rapper from Toronto, and so forth, and live stream it and just talk about politics and stuff about the city. Like I said, I'm really trying to cater now. I'm trying to push my content to Toronto content now and really, you know, put Toronto on the map because, like I said, I feel like we're missing somebody on, especially from the Twitch scene, man. Like you got fucking Kai representing New York. You got, you know, Aidan from Florida. You got, you know, all these guys coming in, Flight, you know, all these guys representing America and where they're from. And I feel like Toronto is, we have the artists, we have, you know, the YouTubers and stuff. Like I feel like we're missing, you know, a streamer.
Missing that one piece. Yeah. And even with the States also, like you can't forget academics, even though like he's a big media figure, period, he goes heavy on Twitch. Like I think he's been streaming for like the last 4 days straight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was just live for like 8 hours today.
Yeah, like
I love watching academics' streams. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
I love it. I learn a lot.
Yeah, man. Like let's talk about that quick fast. Do you catch any inspiration, any game from like any of the American guys like Ak, you know, besides like, and you know, Aidan Ross, obviously. Like what kind of game, if you are picking up game, are you picking up from them?
You know, just Sometimes just ideas, inspiration, like whatever. If I see them do something, I always think of my. I always find a way to kind of tweak it out and kind of just do my own thing and make it better.
Hmm.
But like while I'm watching, when I sometimes I just sit on Twitch and I just watch streamers and I see what they do, how they act, and I say what can I do to improve and make it better, and I kind of just do my own thing after, like like I saw the E-date shows. Everyone, there's a E-date. There's always E-dates for Americans and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I feel like Toronto would fuck with like their own edition because Toronto itself is separated. The lingo, the culture, everything is different from these guys. So I feel like it's hella entertaining because when I bring Toronto mans on, the Americans start clowning the Toronto guys when they're
Mm.
saying their lingo. They're like, yeah, the Americans hate it for some reason.
I think they low key love it, but yeah.
They love it. They think it's funny, but yeah, these American guys, yeah, they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want to ask you a quick question about gaming. Okay, it's going to be based off a DJ Vlad tweet here. Let me see if I can send it to myself here on Twitter. Okay, I'll just read it. I'll just read it here. Okay, so he says, and this is one of his most retweeted. It got retweeted over 4,000 times. It got quoted like what is it, 22,800 times. He said this is his biggest tweet in history. Okay, now he says, as an adult, playing games for a long period of time is a form of depression. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this: think about the 100 greatest moments of your life. Do any of those moments include video games? Probably not. And this comes from a lifetime gamer. And he had like big time gamers hitting him up, athletes, all kind of people going crazy in his mentions. Like it's wild. What do you think of that tweet there from DJ Vlad?
that guy's a moron, bro. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. There's some like, bro, like sitting in Discord sometimes just playing games with, what I'm saying, man, stuff is I have some of my best moments just, some doing some funny shit on games, like, just some funny shit. It's like, fam, if you're doing something that you love and the gaming industry is so big now, like mans are making millions, bro, millions of dollars just sitting there, bro, and like being entertaining and playing the game, bro. Like they have a passion for it. So, and if you have a passion for something like you love, if you have a dream, you're gonna go chase it. Their dream was, being a professional gamer, whatever, streamer, or so forth. I mean, it's a nice life. I mean, other like unless you're like obviously you have to have some time for physical activity and going outside and actually breathing some fresh air and working out. There's stuff that comes with it. Like you got to eat healthy, make sure you're going to the gym probably every day, and then streaming because gamers be sitting like 8-10 hours sitting down, grinding. But I mean, bro, these gamers are making more money than fucking doctors, bro. So
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well, it's a double-edged
bro.
sword, right? Because you're talking about the gamers. But then there's people, and these are the gamers who are trying to game professionally eventually. There's a lot of people who, like, for example, you stream and that's becoming, and it is your profession at this point. Like, you're a known streamer. Like, there's money to be made from this. You know what I'm saying? But not like, I don't think he's talking about all of those people. There's people who just play video games for hours and just pass time, I guess, waste time. Do you think that's a thing?
Like just like not streaming or anything, just literally playing on the game.
Yeah.
Like 10 hours. Oh man, I used to do that too before when I was a kid. But like yeah, like I kind of get what he's saying with that. Like if you're just playing the game like 10 hours a day, no job or anything like that, then I understand where he's coming from. It's kind of like you might as well like if you're playing the game, might as well stream. Like you never know what would happen. Like you never know.
Yeah.
I always tell man sometimes, like, bro, you play the game for this much hours. Why don't you just spark up a stream and just stream it, bro? Like, you never know what could happen. Like, literally, bro. So, but no, I kind of get what he's saying with that. Like, there's pros and cons to it. There's pros and cons to everything, but yeah, like if you're just sitting there like 10 hours a day, just passing time, not making no money, just wasting your time, then yeah, obviously, yeah, you're addicted. You gotta, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there might be some depression there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely some depression. Yep.
Let me ask you a quick couple last questions here. The screaming in the streams. When
The
does
screaming.
why do people do that shit? That's so. You're always watching. Who was it? It was the Chromas one? And besides you, right? Who I know you do the trolling. Like the guys would jump in on a date and then they go crazy. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I can't lie, bro. Like, man, it depends. Like, I know some guys that were legit like pissed off at her, like literally just like so cheese. They were just angry
So they were
and
really
they
pissed
started
off.
yelling. Yeah, they were pissed off. Some of them were pissed off for real. Um, and but sometimes they just screaming and shit. Sometimes man just troll. Like you see Speed, bro. Like it's a great example. That guy is just a fucking lunatic, bro.
Mm,
But like people think it's funny, like kids and shit, like that raging moment, like seeing someone get mad. I guess it's just like funny to the audience, just watching someone rage.
yeah. I would imagine like I feel like you guys are not just randomly doing that shit. There's like always a method behind your madness. I don't want to give out too much of the, behind the scenes
Yeah,
secrets and
yeah,
shit, but
nah.
like
But nah, fam. Sometimes I just be getting cheese, bro. Like I just be raging. Like I just be getting like just cheese, bro. Either if I'm playing the game or something, I legit be getting mad sometimes. And I just be yeah, I just be letting it out.
yo, I'm watching this shit. Me and my G are watching, and we're just like, yo, we're getting startled every time man start yelling. We're like, what the fuck's going on, bro? But it's like you can't stop watching though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
It's
dope,
fun.
man. Okay, the full big picture. This is what I want to know from CRIBAZZ. What is the full big CRIBAZZ? Now he's on the yacht, but I'm on the yacht because I did this.
Hmm. So basically, like, could you explain it? Like, what?
Like, what got you
Um.
to the yacht? Like, what got you to the yacht and the Ferrari? What was the thing that you're doing that we're like, yeah, I started doing that, and now I'm up.
Oh, I wanna, I wanna be a streamer, man. I wanna be known as that guy from Toronto, putting us on the map, and just doing it, man. Like streaming, getting these subs, getting these sponsors. I want to be known as that guy. Say yo, I did what I love to do is just stream and make content, and it got me to where I'm
Mm,
at. That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
yeah, you want to be that guy where they're hitting you with the big bags for your streams and stuff, like Aidan and them mans.
Facts, bro. Yeah, though, bro. I saw Drake tune into it, bro. It's Steak, bro. They be paying, man. Steak is paying a bag. I swear they're paying like big creators like Aiden and shit, like $5 million a month, bro. Like some unreal shit, man.
Yeah,
Like
you see this guy's
it's
cars
insane.
and all that type of stuff. You're probably like, you got that from streaming.
Steak.
Where's my headphones? Let's get it popping.
Facts, bro. But Twitch has been soft like recently, man. Like they just started kind of tapping into there's two types of communities in Twitch. There's like the W&L community, which is the Aidens, the Kais, the Bruce, the Your Age. And then there's like the Poggers and that Megalaw, basically like the little like Minecraft nerds and shit.
Okay.
Um, and they love that nerds and the Poggers. They hate the W&L community, but there was a time they were banning. There was a girl that legit got fucked on stream, and
Wow.
she got only a 7-day ban. And people were like, "Are you crazy? Like, how was that only a 7-day ban?" There's guys like Gideon who went to this girl named Pokemon. She's like some streamer. He put L plus ratio, and they permanently banned him from the stream. I mean, from the Twitch, the
Wow.
platform completely. You know what I'm saying? And so a man started getting banned left and right. So man spoke up about it and like, yo, you have 24 hours to respond Twitch, and it was trending. Like Gideon, use his platform and his voice. Like, let's get after Twitch because Twitch is doing. There's girls that are fucking butt ass naked, man, Like legit girls was playing with their shit, and they're getting like 3-day bans, bro. Like
Really?
they're not getting permanently banned off the platform. Like that's like a perma ban. That's
That's
nudity, bro.
yeah, that's adult content at that point.
Exactly. And they're only suspending them for 3 days. So people are like, what the hell is this? You're banning like, and majority of the people that are getting banned were black creators. So they're like, you're banning all these black creators for shit. Like they're not doing no nudity, not saying anything wrong. They're doing the littlest thing, and you guys are permanently banned, not even getting suspension.
Wow.
And so Twitch kind of now is, waking up a bit, and they tweeted out Kai, because they never tweeted out anybody from that community. So they tweeted out Kai, they sent him like a little LED light shit.
Mm.
Now they're finally trying to, make up for their mistakes. But yeah, Twitch has been it's been weird.
Shout out to our sponsors, Astro Pink, always coming with that loud. Check them out on their website, myastropink.com, or you can hit them up on Instagram at astro_pink. If you know, you know. Where's next then if it's not Twitch?
Bro, a lot of creators been moving to YouTube Live. They've been paying them a bag.
Interesting.
Yeah, YouTube's kind of pushing more into the live streaming scene now.
Okay.
Like they paid, like, I swear, like Face Swag like $85 million to sign to a YouTube Live like exclusive contract. Like they're paying some like big streamers like big money, man. And so YouTube, it's less strict too. So like, over at Twitch, like there's like, you can't say simp, like you can't say you can't say simp or virgin in a disrespectful way.
What?
There's a lot of words they're kind of, yeah, like it's just a lot of like bullshit. Like they really need to look over their TOS. Like, man, I got the first account when I got perma banned and I had to write them a letter to get unbanned. But I got banned for doing a fucking bikini contest.
Really?
Like literally banned me off of it. Bro, there's girls that are doing hot tub streams. They banned me for inappropriate attire because they weren't in a fucking pool. They were in like their fucking room or their bathroom.
That's crazy.
With the bikini contest, bro. So yeah, some bullshit.
So Twitch is a really, really strict platform then at this point. It might not be the move for the future.
Yeah, they're kind of starting to relax a bit, but yeah, no, Twitch is sometimes Twitch can be a pain in the ass, but sometimes but like YouTube's really trying to compete, like especially with subscriptions, like 70% to 30, like the revenue over there, like Twitch stopped big creators to get like a 70 to 30 split revenue for their subs, but now they're doing it 50-50.
Really?
So yeah.
Wow. So, see, cool. That's some game that you're giving right there, bro. No, thank you for that, fam. Like, I didn't know that. And I'm sure, and I'm a content creator, right? So I'm sure there's a lot of content creators out there who are not aware of this, bro, that, you know what I'm saying? That the communities are moving around, right? Like even with YouTube's cool too, but a lot of people are starting to move over to different platforms like Patreon and stuff like that, putting a paywall on their stuff once a certain amount of value is achieved. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube sometimes says, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. There's copyright laws when it comes to different music and using clips from different other content creators to like do reviews and stuff. So, you might end up, a lot of people are moving to Patreon too, right?
No, that's a fact. Yeah. The thing, like the only problem was why there's no like really apps that compete with Twitch. Twitch is so big. Like there's millions of users on that, man. Like hundreds of millions that are on it every day.
Yeah.
So it's like it'll be really hard to compete with Twitch, like to find another streaming platform to really like compete with Twitch. I don't know how YouTube is gonna do it. I feel like if YouTube made like a separate website called like YouTube Live or something, just for streaming purposes only, and kind of make it like Twitch based and have the subs, raid, host people. I feel like there could be some potential there. But yeah, they really need to. I feel like if YouTube can pull something off like that, I feel like there's potential to compete with Twitch. But right now, like no one's competing with Twitch. No one can compete with Twitch. So it's just like,
Wow, man, that's actually some game that you're giving right there. That some unexpected game that I wasn't, I wasn't even looking for that I got right there, fam. Because there's a competition for our attention out there when it comes to all of these different apps that we're on there that we use. We need them to get our shit out there, right? And get this money, right? But they're also competing with each other to get us.
Nah, yeah, I've seen fucking TikTok trying it too. Like they added a subscribe feature and shit, but
Instagram too.
I don't think. Yeah, but I don't think TikTok can really compete with fucking Twitch. Like it's just so like I don't know. It's just it doesn't look good. Like it's just very unorganized. Like I don't know. TikTok is just good to grow on other platforms, really.
Yeah.
Like TikTok is just good to grow your YouTube, your Twitch, your Instagram, all your other. So TikTok's the best way to blow. Like especially if you're a streamer or a content creator, just putting like your viral moments or funny clips on TikTok and saying, "Yo, full video on YouTube," and it hits like 2 million views on TikTok. You definitely getting like 50,000 at minimum to fucking tune in and shit,
Yeah.
So TikTok's it's a cheat code.
Yeah, you're inspiring me right now. I'm like, man, I gotta make a TikTok post when I'm done this interview here.
Yeah, like majority of like streamers that really blew up on Twitch, like Aidan, Kai, Speed, all these people blew up off of TikTok, like Sneeko, Andrew Tate. Like they were just man's made like what I'm starting to see. I'm studying this shit, and what I'm starting to see is if you have 20 people on 20 different accounts posting you every fucking day, you're bound to blow up. That's literally how it's been happening.
Yes.
If you have like 30 plug pages and they're all posting you daily, like 30 people posting you, you're gonna be nonstop in this For You page. Everyone's just gonna keep seeing you, and you're just gonna blow. Like that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
So
it's
literally
it's basically the word of mouth that happens via social media. A whole bunch of other people singing your praises is what's really gets people to get bubbling out here. You know what I mean? There's only so many posts that you can do yourself from your own platforms, right?
Exactly.
But if you got like 10 other people who are posting you at the same time, now you're lit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Fuck. I keep on saying last question, but last question. Because you mentioned Sneeko and Andrew Tate. What do you think about the recent banning of Sneeko on YouTube and all platforms?
Freedom of speech, bro. Like, I think they're really like I thought freedom of speech was like a fucking amendment or some shit in US and shit, but it looks like these people are shutting it down. Like they're just shutting the truth. They don't want really the truth and what's real coming out. Like I feel like the government and there's a bunch of just fuckery, man, in the world, especially with people with power, man. That we don't even know about what's going on behind the scenes. But yeah, like I just feel like, man, like especially like they did Andrew Tate, banning him off all these social medias is bullshit, bro. He still has a voice. Like he still has a big platform now he's on Rumble or something like that. I've been seeing. But yeah, man, like I don't know. I think it's just bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah, man. Freedom of speech is definitely not as free as it used to be, bro.
No, it's 100%. It's not, man. It's really not.
Yeah, man. CRIBAZZ in the motherfucking building. I think I've held you for enough time here, sir. You know what I'm saying? We've been actually having a 1 hour conversation here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking over at the mixer timer right here, and I'm like, okay, we got a full podcast. I was talking for about 40 minutes before you even got on stream to myself. You know what I'm saying? Getting the sound for the new studio out, and also just because this is an audio experience, people are going to be hearing the audio before they even see the video pop up, right? But
that's fire.
The video pops up like shortly after in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it over here. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you doing this with me, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for having me on, man.
Yeah, man. Also, I want you to give the people any place where they can find you, the social medias, the Twitch places, all that good shit, bro.
Man, just CRIBAZZ, man. CRIBAZZ, really on all platforms: Instagram, Twitch, TikTok. You can just find me at CRIBAZZ. I'm out here, just grinding, man. Grind don't stop, bro.
And can I also
What's wrong?
say that CRIBAZZ is the most Toronto ass name I've ever heard in my life.
No, that I wanted fam like 2 years ago, bro. I was just thinking of a name. Like, yo, I want to blow up in the city, bro. So, like, what's like a cool name? And I'm like, everyone has Ost, everything. So, I was like, it's Crib. I was like,
I know. As soon as I seen it, I was like, he's at the crib. CRIBAZZ, obviously.
yeah. So I don't know, but I fuck with the name. It's catchy, bro.
Me
Like,
too.
fuck it. I made a good name still.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, man. I appreciate you doing this with me, fam. This is
I
dope, bro.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, we'll talk soon then, brother.
All right, man. Much love.
All right.